LeBron will survive the play-in tournament and make playoffs. What do we call this New York Knick huge body? I don't know if this is a new era or what's going on, but Steph has been dominating all year long. However, one thing that did happen that we do know about is that DeBride was all over Steph. He finished 2 for 7 in the first half when Miles McBride was the primary defender, and one that's why I call the big body BR give Bruns. Well, he made some history in the Bay last night as the first Knicks player to average 40 points over a 3-game span since Carmelo in 2014. Oh, what a fancy dribble drive to the contact reverse. He gets upset after the play. Let's just look at why he takes the contact in the face. He even looks at Bob Myers, our colleague and former Warriors general manager, and says, "Hey, was that a foul?" It seems like Bob had to say yes, and he said, "Thank you, I appreciate you." The Knicks lead 99-88 after the third and fourth quarters. This is all gravy, perk, and gravy. That's his sweet spot right there, where he gets to that mid-range pull-up. After the game, Steph Curry said, "Typical to right now, I think I could care less about where you're at. It's just the consistency of how we're playing that's the most important thing, because who cares what seed you are if you play like we did tonight? 6, 8, and 10, or whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You're not going to get very far." Therefore, I think the New York Knicks deserve a lot of credit for their outstanding performance throughout the entire game, as you mentioned. Although we haven't heard Steph Curry talk like that very often, the Warriors have spent most of the second half of the season back in 10th place. It's obvious that the 4-time champions are expected to do much more than just make the playoffs. But is Steph right when he says this? Is it time to just sort of write them off? I will not write them off. I will be happy to be late for them. Josh Hart scores a triple-double while playing all 48 minutes. I would be pleased to hear that you were mistaken the entire season when you had faith in them. I still think they can pull it together, and I realize this may sound like absurd reasoning, but maybe finishing in 10th place isn't the worst thing given that they didn't play well at home last year. You remember, they played excellent defense at home and awful on the road this year. They're a good road team though, and they just defeated Lay the other night despite an injury to add. At home, they're below average, so I dunno. Maybe needing to win 2 road games to get into the East seed might not be the worst thing in the world, but when did you say pull together like they were just playing some of their best basketball? I'm saying pull together like what to make a what type of run to get into the playoffs at the ETH seed ice stakes cold right now. Maybe he'll warm up later, but we do realize the road they need to travel to make it to the postseason. You look at the play-in tournament, and that's the Lakers, Sacramento, and the Mavericks, Phoenix, right? And so Golden isn't better than either of those teams. When I think about Richard Jefferson, it hurts my soul to have to admit when he's right, but he did say that out loud and directly, and that you suck. Last night was a prime example. When we were talking about it yesterday, I asked when the help would come. For example, if Steph Curry is out, who will step up to the plate and elevate the Knicks to help them make another run in this difficult Western Conference? I don't see it happening, but it's interesting to watch because we have such a high regard for them. You're at the crib, the Knicks don't have Anunoby, their best defender, and you let New York come in there and they punk you. You can see the frustration on Steph Curry's face. Richard has also stated that they know that they are a bad team. Wendy, all of us do based off of their past of what they've done. It's hard to count a team like this out, especially when the basis, the core, the nucleus is still there. Still there, right, and Steve's still playing at an elite level, maybe not prime Steph, but he's still very, very good. So you have that hope, but I'm a what have you done for me lately guy, and I'm looking off of what we've seen this year. They don't guard the ball, they don't defend well, not consistently at least. Offensively it is, I don't want to call it a train wreck, but I don't know what they are, you know. We always talk about identity with teams. It's been tough for them to find that because with the emergence of Kuminga, who's one of their young players, he's a different type of scorer than what they traditionally have based off of just shooting and ball movement. So their team hasn't really gelled together. I'm looking at the teams that they're going to have to beat in the play-in to get to the playoffs. Why? And it just doesn't seem likely, man. It's hard to let go, but I just think we're in a new time and space. I hold on too long. I just don't see it. Well, and look at their odds to even make the playoffs. Yes, too much. I agree with you about kicking dirt on all-time greats, but it's not the playing that makes the playoffs. You have to win 2 single elimination games against incredible teams that are better than those I've known for too long. I'll be happy to be late, but you don't bury the embers of a dynasty. Oh my god, that my Meyer, I won't lie. You have some really good ones. I couldn't even react because I dislocated my finger, but let's look at his best. This is his rookie season, and on February 19, oh my gosh, he drives and throws it down on Utah Wadab. Then 2 years later, Ant drove the lane and posterized Alain Shannon of the Houston Rockets. He even praised Shannon for going up with him on this one, which is a whole other story. And then, of course, this season, remember this one stops, drops, throws it off the backboard and gathers it off the glass to himself. We were so cute and so naive that we believed that was the best we would see from him. After what happened, I'm not sure we can still refer to him as John the Baptist. What a slam dunk. What a night. What a start to spring, and what a panel we have here today. Austin Rivers, our senior writer, is Brian Windhorse. I mean, I raised kids, but you guys got the wardrobe memo to Kendrick Perkins. Whoa, I'm Malik. Kendrick, Andrew. Indeed, Patrick's Day was 2 days ago, but it's still better late than never. Without any disrespect to Victor Y, Anthony Edwards is currently the NBA's most important player to watch. This is especially true with John Morant sidelined. When it comes to Anthony Edwards, however, he's not only the face of the league, the face of the future, he has everything and more when it comes to what you want in the face of the league and must-see TV. He provides you with everything you could desire from a human highlight. Highlights, crossovers, step-backs, smiles, interviews following the game, and more. Highlights from a walking human reel. Excuse me, but this seems like Michael's long-lost kid. That's what they say, so maybe you should call Leonard Jordan. So is Anthony Edwards Jordan now? No, there are only 88 Mike. This is a guy who, anytime you have a player who can dominate the game not only through skill, but in the air, we pictured Michael, we picture Kobe. He hasn't defeated the allegations yet. We talk about the faces of the league, and you could say that Shea could just do all these different things. Anthony Edwards, on the other hand, is a complete package because, first of all, he plays both ends of the court and loves defense. He very easily could have the best offensive and defensive highlight of the season. Additionally, he has a wonderful personality. Anthony Edwards is without a doubt the player you should introduce to your children if you're looking to teach them something or to have them pick a favorite because he's going to become so popular as a result of these plays, watching him in practice and observing how he interacts with teammates. Wendy. One of the things about him that was so great was that he was always in a good mood. He was their best player, and he was in a good mood every single day. It's a special thing if you can have that kind of combination. I want you to write a book about the time you spent with the guys who were actually with the USA team. It would be a mistake, Anthony Edwards, if you don't switch the channel to whatever team he is playing on any given night, because he will always give us something truly unique. As players retire from the NBA, we've been wondering who the next big name will be, and it's hard to look anywhere else than Anthony Edwards because he embodies both the personality and the full package of the game. The Wolves, though, were only one of 16 teams playing last night. Thanks for watching. Kindly like and subscribe for more videos. In the comments section of the post, please tell me how many you discovered.